I'm Fred Kiekefer, for the few of you who may not remember. And every year here it seems I've got some more fun things to roll out. It's hard to follow a 150 as cool as this one, but sometimes that quiet under the hull is just a little too quiet and not quite powerful enough. So I wanted to point out that we've been spending our time loving up our classic big block, rubbing on the thing a little bit, making some magic, and we now have a digital sibling to the venerable 525, and that is our new 565. We stroked the GM block up to 8.7 liters. We've got our own cylinder head designed for it, straightened up the valves a little bit, improved the inlet flow. So we've got a broader torque band and a good solid 565 horsepower that runs on 89 octane fuel, and really happy to see that thing run. There's a number of benefits. First, we are able to stack up a couple of computers on top of this thing. It's got a propulsion control module just like the one we use on the 1350 to manage the engine. We also have a transmission control module, a TCM, that now gives us electric shifting to the Bravo XR drive. It gives us the ability to run a good, strong power plant through a relatively well-priced engine and deliver some very, very good shift quality. And now that we've spoiled everybody with the 1100 and 1350, we had to bring it down. But we still have the 525 for those that have a preference for mechanical. We have additional benefits. We've moved the electrics on top of the engine, so you have easy access for the builder to be able to install it, hook up the cables, get power to the engine. The extra control module also gives us the ability to fire individual coils, so now we have a coil per each cylinder for a very smooth spark. We have a multi-port EFI like we use on our 525, a sequential injection, and the fuel distribution is beautiful, the firing is beautiful, and the management control system we have on this engine is as good as anything in our product lineup, which is to say it's the best in the world. We have a closed cool system like we have on all of our product line now. This is a dual throttle body, so instead of the single throttle body that we used on the 525, we have twins that gives us a little more capacity to flow air and fuel for the engine. We nest it neatly under a carbon fiber cover, so it's got a little bit of sparkle and bling, but it also does a functional job of keeping the electrical components shielded should any water happen to come through the hatch or splash around in the bilge. So it keeps the electrics dry. And it's of course available in our standard Raven black and blue combination, everybody likes to call the blue motors, and 10 optional colors from all over the rainbow. So you can get as wild or crazy as the boat theme dictates, or you can stay conservative and quiet, like me and some of my associates. We have some interesting boats here at the water. We have a Formula with a pair of these in it. This is a Super Sport, so a fairly large cruiser, a little bit unexpected for this kind of power, but the broad torque band is just happy in a boat like that. We have Nortec's new Monte Carlo, which is a 42-foot, they call it a 420 Monte Carlo. That'll be here in the water in a racing slip. In the cigarette booth, in their display, there's a pair of these and a 38 Top Gun, 90 mph. The boat really does do 90 plus, and a magnificent piece. We also have static displays. Dave Hemingston's got a static display in the DCB booth where you can look the engine over, and of course we have this little beauty right over here. I'm glad to have you join us this morning, and it's not easy to follow something as magnificent as this 150, but sometimes you just got to have a little more power, and that's what I do in my group. So thank you for your attention.